Hey everyone, Dave here. It was less than 2 years ago that Yealink didn't even have a wireless headset. Now they have a whole fleet of wireless headset options. In fact, they have 9 different available models, all which have different versions, which makes it a little complicated even to figure out which one it is you need. That's why this video is the ultimate guide to Yealink wireless headsets. The Yealink brand is most known for their business desk phones, as they have the largest global market share. And most people buying Yealink wireless headsets right now are buying them because they want a headset that seamlessly works with their Yealink desk phones. That's kind of like the iPhone. Most people who have an iPhone will also likely buy an Apple Watch, as you know it's going to seamlessly work. It's important to know that Yealink wireless headsets can work by themselves. They do not need a Yealink desk phone in order to utilize them. They work on almost any computer or laptop, smartphones, and also other brands of desk phones. And one of the most important features of a wireless headset is how you sound on the microphone and how much noise it cancels, which of course we are going to test thoroughly later on in this video. There are 2 major categories of wireless headsets on the Yealink lineup. You have their Bluetooth headsets and you have their Dect wireless headsets. Yealink Bluetooth headsets are great for connecting to a computer or laptop since they include a USB connection. But since the headset is Bluetooth also, it can pair up to your smartphones and you can take them on the go as well. Now, the benefit to Bluetooth typically is that you have great sound quality for music, but one downside to Bluetooth is that it has more limited range at about 50 to 60 feet of wireless freedom. There are 3 different models in the Yealink Bluetooth headset series that they call their BH series, and the BH stands for Bluetooth headset. Smart move, Yealink. The 3 models are the BH71, which is the smaller, lightweight headset that's worn over the ear. You have the BH72 that's worn over the head that covers both ears, and the BH76, which is the upgrade to the BH72, covers both ears and has active noise cancellation and has better audio quality. The first model is the Yealink BH71. This actually has 4 different versions that you can get. You have the BH71 that is the Bluetooth only model. That's great for if you're just using a smartphone for your phone calls. You have the BH71 Pro. This is great for those that are on a laptop and want to use the headset on the go. Then you have the BH71 Workstation, which is great if you have a dedicated workspace in the office or at home. You can connect up to your desk phone, computer, and also take the headset with you on the go, connecting it to your smartphone. And lastly, you have the BH71 Workstation Pro, which includes the workstation base as well as the carrying case and USB dongle. So this is great for people who are working from home, but also take their laptop on the go. All the models include this extremely lightweight earpiece. It weighs only 18 grams. It's going to be worn over the ear, and it includes 3 different size ear gels, so it's going to be extremely comfortable for all-day use, and it won't mess up your hair. It utilizes Bluetooth 5.2 and gets a surprising 10 hours of battery life on a full charge. Phone calls and meetings are going to sound really good through this headset. However, music is lacking a little bit, but that's kind of to be expected from a headset of this size. The BH71 with Workstation is the craziest headset that we've ever reviewed before. Not only will it allow you to connect to your desk phones and your computers, but it also pairs up to your smartphones. And on top of that, if you don't want to use your headset or your laptop doesn't have good speakers, it has a full built-in speakerphone. Plus, it has a 15-watt wireless charger for your smartphone, a 3-inch color touchscreen that you can actually adjust all the settings of the headset, and it has 3 USB-A 3.0 ports as a USB hub. Since the workstation base is able to connect to your desk phones, right out of the box, it can seamlessly work with Yealink phones. But if you don't have a Yealink desk phone, that's okay. You can add a $30 accessory and connect the workstation base to brands of phones like Poly, Grandstream, Unify, and many more. What's interesting is Yealink only launched this awesome workstation base with the BH71. With the BH72 or 76, they only include a wireless charger that will recharge the headset. So if you're looking for this headset but want better audio quality for music, you're out of luck right now. All right, next up we have the BH72. This has 3 different versions you can get. You have the BH72 Lite, which does not support wireless charging. It has to be recharged with a USB cable. Then you have the BH72, which does support wireless charging, but does not include the charger in the box. Then you have the BH72 with charging stand, which does include the wireless charger and it does support wireless charging. The BH72 is available in gray and black color, and it also is able to connect to computers and laptops with the included USB Bluetooth adapters, and it'll also pair up to smartphones. The headset is worn over the head, and it also has a noise-canceling microphone boom that can actually slide out of the way. It has a surprising 35 hours of continuous talk time, and it's really comfortable for all-day use. The BH76 is the upgraded version of the BH72. It's worn the same over the head, covering both ears, and connects to computers and smartphones, except it has a more powerful audio processor with a Qualcomm chip, which is going to allow for the speakers to actually sound better. It also has 4 additional microphones built into the headset to power its active noise cancellation, which is going to help block out background noise so you can really focus in on your work. The BH76 is available in 2 models. You have the BH76 that does not include the charging stand. Then you have the BH76 which does have the charging stand. And just like the BH72, it's also available in either the gray color or the black color. The BH72 and 76 can technically work with Yealink desk phones by pairing it to the included Bluetooth on the Yealink phone or using the Bluetooth USB adapter into the USB port. But my personal opinion is that these are really more designed to work directly on a computer or laptop and be used with work applications like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, RingCentral, and any other work application. The second type of wireless headsets are Dect wireless headsets. These run on a different technology and frequency than Bluetooth, so they won't pair up to smartphones. Now, the advantage to Dect is they typically are found in an office type environment, and they're gonna give a much further range, like 5 to 10 times more than Bluetooth, so you'll have 300 to 400 feet of wireless freedom. Music doesn't sound as good, in my opinion, as Bluetooth, but it's still good for phone calls and for meetings. There are 6 different Dect Yealink wireless headsets, which they are calling their WH series, and the WH here stands for wireless headset. The 6 models are WH62, WH63, WH62 portable, WH63 portable, and you have your WH66 and WH67. The WH62 is available in 2 different wearing styles: the single speaker that covers one ear or the dual speaker that covers both ears and is worn over the head. The headset's able to be connected to desk phones and also computers, and it has 2 convenient buttons on the charging base that allow you to switch the audio source between them. They're ideally used in an environment where you have a dedicated workspace, whether that's at home or in the office, as it does utilize a power adapter, so it's not easily transported. And since it utilizes Dect technology, it's going to have long wireless range. In fact, in our testing, the WH62 got the longest possible range that we've ever gotten on any Dect wireless headset. And it's going to give you about 300 to 400 feet of actual wireless range, which is going to give you a lot of freedom. It gets about 13 hours of continuous talk time before needing to be recharged, and it's designed to have an awesome noise canceling microphone, so it's going to be good if you want to use it in louder work environments and your voice still be heard clearly. But of course, we're going to test that later on in this video. And if you're somebody that doesn't want to mess up your hair, or you're buying these for a team of people, there is the WH63, which is a convertible wearing style. It's available to be worn over the head, behind the neck, over the ear, or even in the ear. When comparing the 62 to the 63, you'll have less wireless range, less battery life at 8 hours compared to the 13 hours, and since the headset is smaller, it's going to have a smaller speaker, which isn't going to produce as good of a sound. But on the other hand, the WH63 only weighs 19 grams and is going to be extremely comfortable, as well as give the option to the different wearing styles. Everything else on the WH63 is the same. It'll have the same connectivity to your desk phones and your computers. And I like that they built in an audible ringer in the charging base. So if you happen to set down your headset, your charging base will actually start ringing, letting you know you have a phone call coming in. So you're less likely to miss an important phone call. The WH62 and WH63 are the most popular Yealink wireless headsets right now because the price point is about $150 to $180. Plus, right out of the box without any additional accessory or cost, it can plug into most Yealink phones. And on top of that, it'll work on computers for your video meetings. As I mentioned earlier, the workstation base and also the WH62 and 63 can actually work on other brands of telephones like Poly, Grandstream, Unify, and more, with the use of an additional accessory to connect these headsets to those brands of phones. To confirm if the Yealink headset will work with your phones or your environment, please give our team a call, email, or live chat so we can verify compatibility for you. Now, the WH62 and 63 portable are the same as the other models, except it does not include that charging base. It includes a Dect USB adapter, which plugs into a computer or laptop, and it does not work with a desk phone at all. The price is about $20 less than the non-portable model, as they do not have that charging station. They're recharged with a simple USB cable. They're very easy to travel with, and they're great for people who work from laptops and are on the go who do not need to connect to a smartphone. Lastly, there's the WH66 and 67, which have the same headset as the WH62 and 63, except for it has a different charging station. There's a 4-inch colored touchscreen that has a built-in speakerphone, and it's able to connect to a computer with a USB cable. Plus, it has Bluetooth built into the base, so you can connect up a smartphone or connect it to a Bluetooth-enabled desk phone. The touchscreen is very intuitive and easy to use, and I like that you're able to adjust all of the settings for the headset directly through the touchscreen. So you don't have to download the Yealink USB Connect. But this additional base is going to set you back an extra $100 compared to the WH62 and 63. What I found strange about the WH66 and 67 is it has only one USB port that is able to connect to the computer or to the USB-enabled desk phone, whereas the WH62 and 63 have two USB ports, one that goes to the computer and one that's dedicated for the desk phone. But in order to get the 66 and 67 to pair up to the smartphone or to another desk phone is through the Bluetooth connectivity. Since it has only one USB-A port, that means it's not going to support that Yealink EHS60 or 61 that's allowing it to connect to other brands of desk phones. Which is why I think on the latest Yealink BH71 workstation, they actually brought back in the two USB ports so that it can support those additional accessories. Keep in mind that all of the models that we have discussed also have the available option to choose between Microsoft Teams or UC version. And most of them also have the ability to choose between which type of USB connection, either USB-A or USB-C, depending upon the ports you have on your computer. Now, the difference between the Microsoft Teams and UC version, my general recommendation is for two reasons. One, if you use Microsoft Teams 90% of the time, just get the Microsoft Teams version. And number two, if your company does not allow any additional software downloads, and they primarily use Microsoft Teams, then go ahead and get the Microsoft Teams version, as it's going to have the software pre-installed on the headset, so you automatically will work with Teams right out of the box. So otherwise, then use the UC version. Yealink markets their noise cancellation technology as Acoustic Shield. But as promised earlier, we put the Acoustic Shield to the test, so have a listen to these Yealink headsets.
This is the AirPods in a quiet environment. This is a baseline test to compare the audio to. This is what it sounds like in a quiet environment.
This is the quiet sound test on the Yealink WH62. This is what it sounds like in a quiet environment. All right, this is the quiet test on the BH76. This is what it sounds like in a quiet environment. This is the Yealink BH71 in a quiet environment. This is what it sounds like with no noise in the background.
This is AirPods in an office environment. This is what it sounds like.
This is the office sound test with the WH62. This is what it sounds like in an office. This is the office test with the BH76. This is what it sounds like in an office. This is the office noise test with the BH71. This is what it sounds like in an office environment.
And this is barking dogs on the AirPods. This is what it sounds like with barking dogs.
This is the barking sound test with the WH62. This is what it sounds like with barking dogs in the background. This is the barking sound test with the BH76. This is what it sounds like with barking dogs. This is the barking dog sound test with the BH71. This is what it sounds like with barking dogs in the background.
And this is the crying baby test with the AirPods. This is what it sounds like.
This is the crying baby sound test on the WH62. This is what it sounds like with crying babies in the background. This is the crying baby test with the BH76. This is what it sounds like with crying babies in the background. This is the crying baby sound test with the BH71. This is what it sounds like with crying babies in the background.
It's the blender test on the AirPods. This is what it sounds like.
This is the blender test with the WH62. This is what it sounds like with the blender in the background. This is the blender test with the BH76. This is what it sounds like with the blender in the background. This is the blender sound test with the BH71. This is what it sounds like with the blender in the background. So what Yealink headset do you think sounded the best? Or did the Yealink Acoustic Shield technology hold up to the hype? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're not sure which Yealink wireless headset is best for you, or you still have some more questions, our team here in California at Headset Advisor is ready to help. Email us, call us, or live chat with us on our website, and we would love to assist. But if you know which headset you want, they are available from our store, headsetadvisor.com, and we'll have a link in the video description below. Make sure you use coupon code YouTube to get even further discounts. And I think one of the most unique wireless headsets that we talked about on this video is the new Yealink BH71 with the workstation base. We did a full in-depth review. We did all the noise canceling tests and show all the features. Check that video out right here. I think you'll enjoy that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.